Hey, good morning, everybody. So I am taking off to go get a D6N I rented. Go do a job up in Rexburg, Idaho. So start the canny here. So this is my dealer's yard in Idaho Falls. It's like way too small. Way too small. There's hardly any room in here to bring a truck in and turn it around. If I came in with my 8-axle, I don't know what I'd do. I wish you were clear out on the other exit with the truck stops. You should have went out there before land prices were $1 million an acre. But they're going to need a bigger facility. They need one now. So anyway, these guys are going to come and put some bolts in that and tighten it up before I leave. I didn't want to lose it, have it end up going through the track, or worst case it'd drop in here and just bend the shit out of everything. So I thought I'd point it out. So you remember watching the videos where I put the 18 speed in this truck? It used to have a 10 speed. It was just miserable. So this right here is Ucon on Highway 20, and that right there is Holst Truck Parts. That's their wrecking yard right there. And they also rebuild components. They got a lot of cool stuff in stock. Let me show you some of the stuff they have there. If you need stuff, especially older stuff, they've got it. Check it out.
What you got out here is this is just a core pile. And if you look at stuff like these, this is just a big pile of junk. It's not. This is where the gold comes from. This is how when somebody calls us up, we can go out and say, you bet we can build it. We've got a core out here that we can start with. So we have hundreds and hundreds of cores, whether it be transfer case cores, differential cores. I've got regular transmission cores over here. I've got Allison cores on the far side. Anything out here that, especially stuff that people don't realize how hard it is to get a hold of, they can generally call us. We can come out and say, all right, you bet, we can figure something out here. And if we don't have it, we've got enough contacts. We've been in business since 1932. See these old school buses?
Yeah.
This is part of that. This is part of the old stuff that you just don't get rid of. This is the things that are just full of old gears, good gears. Nothing in there's bad. And every one of those old school bus up, that's the old storage units we used to have. This is the old Connex boxes of the day.
Wow.
We just built this last year, and the whole reasoning is so that every single thing that we can have on the shelf can sell right now. Okay. It's faster. You get in a business like ours, and there's no specific part this day somebody's going to need. So we're always behind trying to maintain everything. So we built this warehouse, and every single thing that's inside of here is inventoried.
So I noticed you had an old, is that an A or a B cat?
Those are A. I've got two of them.
Right here.
This one right here and that one right there. They came from a college.
The old pre-cuppers?
Yep. Come from the college, and I bought those. And they're supposed to be runners. In fact, we haven't even started up and ran them yet. It's a cab that we bought in here about a year ago. Got it all ready, spec'd out, ready to go. We're just waiting for some paperwork on it so it can get all settled up. But that's a complete cab.
Wow. Okay, so now you got hoods too?
You bet. We stock a bunch of hoods. This is just our brand new supply. We're the distributor for 4-state truck parts out of Missouri.
Okay.
So we keep a lot of 4 states, that Chrome Shop Mafia stuff.
Brian?
That's us. Yep, from Brian Well. This is the stuff that we keep on hand. I keep bumpers. In fact, all these boxes to the right, that's just bumpers. All the way down these first 5, 6, 7 shelves. We've probably got 100 bumpers on hand. Most yards there are won't let people out.
Right.
And our insurance companies came to us and said no. And we said, hey, we're in the used business. People need to see these things, and they need to come out and put their hands on them and find what they need. So we negotiated with them. We have you sign a liability waiver. We have you log in. We'll let you come out in our yard. We limit it to one person at a time. Let you come out so you can put your hands on stuff that you're looking for, because you need to see it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're coming into Rexburg, BYU I do. This is where all the kids come to find them a mate. The LDS Church has a school here. See, this is the exit where you go to the Applebee's. Now, this town is like going back into the 40s. I'm not kidding you. So you go to Applebee's, you can't get a mixed drink. No hard liquor. There are no bars in Rexburg. So I got to turn right here. This is where I'm going in. You know what? I'm going to go right in here to the C-store and go in the back door. Woo! Rough road. Rough road ahead. Anyway, I think I can park out here and get out of here again, I hope. This might be the place that I gotta come through to fuel this cat. This looks like a good place to, even if I gotta put on-road fuel in, I could come through here, or maybe they got some off-road. I'll have to check that out.
We have sort of a problem here.
So hey, look, I'm Pushy 6. I know that's trademarked, but I'm still Pushy 6 today, okay? I like this little tractor. It's a cute little bugger. It's not a high drive, so I'm not listening to that clunk, 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 clunk. It's got really big doors, lots of visibility. Pretty cool little tractor. I like it. Quiet. The only bad thing is I don't have a radio. So I'm up here in Rexburg, and what I'm doing is leveling off a mess. This is where they dump their boiler waste, and their boiler waste consisted of like pallets they burned. Anyway, it's full of nails, so they can't get anything rubber tired out here. So old Jpaydirt's out here today. So anyway, I'm going around and around here. I'm going around twice. The second time over is doing a better job, but this thing's covered in weeds. It's a mess. So the only thing I'm having a hard time with is I'm trying to treat this like a tiller, and I keep pulling it into neutral, but I'm getting the hang of it. I'm figuring it out. Hey, I just had one of my subscribers stop by and see me. He saw the Kenworth truck parked back there at the facility, and he knew exactly who it was. Anyway, it's Derek Grundy, and he does locates, and he stopped by to see me. So thanks for doing that, Derek. It was awesome. Okay, this is my carpet dozing operation. It's getting better. This is one time over. Over there is 2 times over. Still pretty rough, but they're telling me it doesn't have to be perfect. So And I don't know how to do any less than perfect, so I'll probably be here another day. What do you think? I've been told I'm a frustrated artist. Okay, I broke it already. What does that light mean, fellers? So, I'm just going round and round here, and this is my second pass over it. It looks a little better, but so the whole point of this is to get it leveled off so they can come in here and disc it and then plant it. And this isn't a crop you're gonna, I mean, it's not a food growing crop. So all this material is like tear dirt off of a potato processing facility. What they do here is it takes a lot of water to process potatoes, and the potato has a lot of water in it too, but you've got to wash them when they come in, and when you wash them you get all the dirt. There's not a lot there, but you'd be surprised that's stuck to the outside of the skin. So you wash them, and that dirt has quite a bit of nitrogen in it. So all the water they use for processing and washing comes out here and gets put on this ground, and they grow a grass out here, and the grass uses the nitrogen. So this part over here that's got a lot of green crap in it, holy moly, it's hard to doze. I mean, it's just awful. It just balls up. So like I said, it's like dozing carpet. So I don't know really a lot about this, but I'm assuming this tractor's hydrostatic drive, because every time I click this lever, it goes a little bit slower and faster. It's just infinite. I mean, you can get it down to an absolute, like if I'm at 1.4, 3, 2, 1, 9, 3, 1. So that's as slow as she'll go. This is wide open. So I'm assuming that's what it is hydrostat.
It's got a dial over here by the throttle. I don't know what it is. I need somebody to tell me what that does. It's got like dots, and then at the far end of it, it's got like a picture of a guy. So is that the gain knob? You turn that all the way over for full gainness? I don't know.
And old Jeffy's got a learning curve here, so by then I might be able to actually finesse it a little better than I am. I'm used to my big old heavy sloppy 9. You just fill the blade and go. One of the things that I noticed about this is, number one, it's not a high drive. So why did Caterpillar make a D6 that's not a high drive? So I have figured out why that warning light's on. It's the engine air filter. That's pretty cool that that display will tell you that stuff. That's nice. Huh. Interesting. So what does this knob here do? Is that, has it got something to do with your forward reverse gear selection, or what? Or is it this way it's off gay, all the way over is full gay, 3/4 gay, half gay, 1/3 gay? Sir gay? Oh, so I didn't get done with this tonight, so it looks like I'm gonna be back up here tomorrow. Is my little field truck. So it's cool because down here you can set how many gallons you want to put in. So I set it at 100. When it reaches 000 down here, it will shut off. 0. We're off. It's pretty cool, ain't it? So Jpaydirt's working today, Saturday, and I needed fuel, so I brought the Super Dodge up with a tank in it, and I got some DEF to fill it with DEF. But I want to show you something and ask you this. So I don't have DEF machines, but I'm just looking at this crust and crap in here. This has got to be spilled DEF. So I know these systems are super sensitive to dirt. So before I take this off, I'm going to scrape all this crap out of there. Because I know if you get crap in there, you'll plug up the dosing module. But I went to put fuel in it, and I noticed this thing is just absolutely rusty in here. Like on the side there, super rusty. So I don't know what happened there. Must have been in Wyoming. I'll bet those Gerber boys had it. So I scraped all the chunky DEF off in here. Now this compartment's full of DEF, and it's like they didn't make a place for it to get out. So somehow I got to dig it out of there. So I've heard guys say this all the time. It was just a rental, and I don't get that attitude. I treat my rental stuff like it was my own equipment. I just don't understand the attitude. It's like, just because it's a rental, trash the shit out of it. I can't do that. I just can't take a piece of equipment and trash it. And I don't know, this to me says pig. This just says, I'm a pig, I don't give a shit. I'm going to screw this up and then let Jeff Anderson deal with it. So I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I get sick of cleaning up other people's messes. Why don't you have a little pride, a little self-worth, and take care of a piece of iron? So there. So I got some Peak Blue DEF. I really like this deal here because it's like, holy moly, that thing will go long. Hey, you guys ever doze green shag carpet? Because that's what it feels like I'm doing out here. What a mess. Just full of green kochia weeds. I've been back and forth on it. Now I'm pushing it this way. It's just like dozing carpet. But hey, I'm moving tens of yards per hour here with this baby. I'm feeling like Let's Dig 18. Moving lots of material. At least that's what it seems like. I know I'm moving more than that. It's just kind of hard to get used to after driving a D9 to moving dirt like Let's Dig 18. You know, tens of yards per hour. What do you think, Chris? Am I full of shit? No. I'm an older man, so you can trust what I say. So I got out the laser, and as you can see, this field must not be too level. It's got a lot of burn spots in it. So I just started checking, and I'm pretty doggone close. Even though it's like dozing green shag carpet, I'm really pretty close here. So I'm not even going to work today. I'm going home because they need to decide how far that way they need to go with the flood water, and then the rest of it will be irrigated by a pivot. So Monday they'll be here, look at it, decide how far they want to go. I'll stake it out with the Jpaydirt high lath GPS and put a grade on it and try to get it done. So this D6K2 XL 9er whiskey kilo comes with grade control. Grade control by Jpaydirt with the help of my friend in California, Jeff D. Bernardi. See? Grade control. Right there. Go-Go tape. You want one of these? Go to gogotape.com. Oh, Jeff, I love this tape measure. I just don't get anything done. I'm just measuring everything here. It's the best grade control you can put on a cat. The Go-Go tape system. Before I leave, though, I need to do a little measuring. Can't leave without doing some measuring. I love this tape measure. Let's see. I always wondered how wide this blade was. Let's see how many chicks wide this blade is. Whoa, she's just shy of 10 feet. I can't really tell what that says. Can you read that for me? 100 and whoo, that looks like 116 and rear end 16ths. Anyway, this is the coolest tape ever. Jeff D. Bernardi. The D. Bernardini? D. Bernardi out of California sent me these. You want one of these babies? You just got to go here. gogotape.com. You can get one of these. Coolest invention ever, Jeff. I love the thing. That's all I do all day. Just out here measuring stuff. Woo. Rexburg Airport over here. There's a guy that's got a whole bunch of World War II stuff. You can hear him taking off. There's one just took off over there and one coming around. Sounds like V12s to me. Those ain't radials. I know he's got some 51s. Looks like they're gonna do a buzz job. So it looks like this baby got a little cooking hot. I'm gonna go out here on a limb. What do you suppose this is? 928 or 938 Caterpillar? Rubber's still good on it. They've taken the bucket off. Kind of melted the fan. Looks like they got the fire out pretty quick, whatever happened. Looks like the motor got crispy. I don't know where the fire started. Must have been in the engine compartment. Front end, it didn't get it at all. Huh. Single boom. So I don't know what this is. You guys know what this is? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe you have one. Maybe you need some parts and some tires. Looks like it's been sitting here a day or two. Ooh, good morning everybody. I start Kenny. Go get the Super D6. It's gonna be a great day for America. So you remember when I took the D8T back and I was complaining about the rippers? So the D6T, or I mean the D6K, the rippers back up, you know, they're plenty high and they clear the tires. And when I load you know, I don't necessarily need to back it up this far, but the farther you back it up, the easier it is to pick up. And on a big dozer, I always run them clear to the back, and that D8T, I couldn't do that, and it was quite a ways forward, and it's really tough to pick it up. Shane Marzoff mentioned the same thing. He said that when you take them off, they want to dig into your deck, and that's true. When I took it off, I wish I'd have showed you that, but the tips were dragging on my wood. Had they been kicked forward, they would have ripped a hole in the floor. So apparently the shanks that are on them are not 9 shanks, they are an 8 shank. So I don't know, my suggestion is that they bring them up. They make that ripper so it comes up higher. That's just my 2 cents. But anyway, I got this little gal on there. I really like this dozer. I really did. I mean, Cat did a good job with this one. I often wonder what the D6T would be like with the conventional undercarriage. One of my subscribers pointed out that the high drives only have 3.5 sprockets in 3.5 sprockets or pins in full contact with the tracks at all times. And then you look at how many you've got here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you've got 8 in contact with this type. And he just mentioned that that's why your high drives eat up undercarriage so fast. And I think that's probably true. That's probably one of the drawbacks. So I still got junk up here I should have cleaned out. Oh well. Anyway, I really like this dozer. But like I say, I just wondered if they had it in the T with more horsepower and more weight, what it could do. It would be really interesting. Anyway, let's talk about high drive versus the low drive later. I need to get this hooked up and get it out of here. But for those of you that don't understand how this trailer works, and I do get a lot of comments about this, this is a Murray. So this is what they call a mechanical detachable. And in order to make this work, so you've got rollers here, and you've got to have lowboy ramps. And those are Jpaydirt specials. I built those myself, and I put a receiver hitch in it so that I can pull other stuff with it. I don't have any air plumb back here to do that. I don't have any electrical, but that really comes in handy to pull on the back of the truck. And the other thing you got to have to pull these kind of lowboys, pretty mandatory, you got to have air ride suspension with a drop set up inside so you can drop your air out and lower it back down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back under that, and it's going to pick the trailer up. These are the lightest trailers you can buy. There's no hydraulics, none of that stuff on there. They're made out of, I could call it T1 steel. T1 is like a trademark name. It's like, you know, give me a Kleenex. Really, it's a facial tissue. But this is 100,000 PSI yield steel. It's kind of like a spring steel. And so to make them super light, they cut these Swiss cheese holes in them, which really, really reduces your weight of the trailer. And I'm not kidding you, this T1 steel is tough stuff. And then a lot of people wonder what this is on the back. and they don't think it does anything. Well, it does. So this is the subframe back here of the trailer, and that goes up and it attaches to the front axle, or I mean in between the axles. Let me show you. So it hooks up right there. See it? That way. See, and then it comes back here, and the pivot point on it is right there, right at the very back of the trailer where the beaver tail is. So all your weight on the trailer goes right here, and then the booster is designed, it's out there just far enough so that if you had 44,000 on your tandems, you'll have exactly half of that on the Stinger. You'll be at 21,000. So this is the air scale. It's just about rotted off. I think I need to get rid of it. I've never really used it. So I probably need to get rid of that before I have a problem. Anyway, I've tore this off a couple of times. This is the Stinger lock. You can lock it with this air can, and this pin comes up through here and locks it so you can back up. Don't ever forget, leave that in. You leave that on loaded and go around the corner, it will tear this off. You can back up with quite a bit of weight on there, but you got to back up straight, no turning. Now if you're empty, you can lock that and you can back it up and make it turn and kind of slide these wheels. It's kind of tough on asphalt, but you can do it. So let's get this baby hooked up, chained down, and get out of here.